Ram the Man, Moto and Drone here. It's a brisk Friday afternoon. So I got my birthday was at the end of last year, and I got some bad vision for my birthday, kind of age related. I had LASIK surgery, man, I guess it must have been about 21 years ago, and that was just amazing. Had 20/10 vision for many years, but now I have age-related reading loss. Finally decided to go get an eye exam this week, and also told that I could probably wear some glasses for long-range view, but reading was definitely the challenge. And I'm curious, with those of you who wear glasses, do you wear them while you're riding? I've tried a couple times just to wear sunglasses, and it was so uncomfortable I just took them out and relied on the visors. But there have been times, especially at night, and on this bike in particular, reading the dials at night, even when like that ABS icon came on the other day, I couldn't read ABS, it was just a blur. Then there's those that if they're in the crash, they get, you know, a concern that glass could get into your eye. I guess the same thing could happen in your car. But I'm curious if you wear glasses, do you wear them while you're riding? Or did you buy some type of goggle that you wear? Some other solution? So I did change my clutch just a little this morning to let it out, or in, I'm not sure what the right wording there is. Yeah, I noticed I had, it was just reacting a little too quickly for my taste, so I just dialed it in just a little bit more where I could let the clutch out a little bit more. I'm still liking the sound of this exhaust. I've only been on, I guess this is only my second ride. Or second day of riding with it on there. I started my Super Chief Limited. I haven't ridden it, but I did decide to start it just to flow some gas through there. And boy, that exhaust, by comparison, it was so funny because it's so much louder than the stock Springfield, and it's still louder than what I just put on. That one has the Dean Speed Rampage, I think is what I put on that. My Scout had the Crusher Mavericks, which was too loud for my taste. The Dean Speed, it's a little louder. I've got the baffles, but when I put it in, I think it mutes it too much. It's right on the edge. This I feel like is just right now. Hopefully I won't change my view on that. So I'm on the Ultimate seat still. I think the owner might have responded to a post I had on the Indian forums. I think he might have been the owner, and he sent me an email and said I could extend by a week the trial time and still be able to return it, which is really nice because they give you, I think it's 14 days, and he said, you know, to let him know if I wanted to extend it. This was out of my feedback that despite their advertisement, you know, I still feel like I'm sitting on the bike and I'm up higher and a little forward. And by the way, you know, I said this was on their website, and I noted I don't think they were intentionally misleading, because everybody rides a little different. But on the other hand, part of me feels like you know, if you're going to say that, the seat should just be the seat. And the rider's not the one sitting higher because he put on a new seat. It's the seat making him sit higher. So I really like the good service and the response. You know, if you're going to say that you'll sit in the bike, not on it, and that this particular seat will keep you in the stock position, well, then that's what it should do. But yet when I put it side by side, you can see that the seat is higher than the stock. Not by much, but it doesn't take much, where it changes your ergonomics. I would prefer to just get used to the seat and how it changed my ergonomics, which is why I'm really kind of out riding today, this and the exhaust. Kind of wanted to test it again. I noticed on the Dean Speed Rampage that when I decelerate, there's a lot of popping, and I've tightened up the clamps, make sure everything was tight. It has the Stage 1 Indian tuning, for whatever that's worth, and I did exchange emails with Dean Speed. They offered to let me send that exhaust back and have them look at it, but I didn't want to bother trying to take it off again. This has none of that so far that I've noticed. Now I might get the Stage 1 done. It's really more for cosmetics, because I just don't think, I'm not one of those that's going to try to squeeze out every bit of horsepower. I don't need that, but I did like the way it looks. Just an update on my garage door opener. Now on the garage door at the house, I found that I was mentioning to my wife that my door, even with just the vehicles, I feel like I have to be right in front of the garage door. And so I got a ladder out. I was looking at where the antenna was on each, and by the way, the reason I mentioned my wife, she said she was having the same issue sometimes with her vehicle. So I went and looked, and the antenna had been kind of run from when we built the house a few years ago to right on top of the unit. So I took that wire and hung it down, and I think that has resolved it. I know in my car it is now opening much quicker from an earlier spot, and it seems like the combination of that and trimming away some of the Velcro has made the garage door opener here work. So I've got them back on here. Not real enthused about putting them right there, but they are staying. And even you know, if I have to just reach and stop on either one, it's more convenient than what I had been doing. I'm still surprised how the horn sounds so quiet to me on the GoPro and on the iPhone, and you know, inside my own helmet. It doesn't sound very loud, but when you have your helmet off and you're standing here, there's a lot of gravel here, it is loud. Today was just a quick ride to kind of test the seat out some more, see how I'm liking it. I did find, I think, when I first put the seat on, that I was probably sitting more erect than maybe I usually do. So I'm trying to take a real natural stance and get comfortable. I've adjusted this backrest all the way back, that I can go with it. I think that's feeling really good. You know, on my Corbin, the backrest is so uncomfortable, and I got the larger backrest, whereas on my first Corbin I got the smaller standard one, and I thought the larger would feel more comfortable, and I think it's kind of the opposite. And I think I've got it tilted all you can really do, so I find myself taking it out because I don't like it, whereas this backrest feels pretty good. You know, along with the heated gloves, or maybe instead of the heated gloves, I thought maybe I could find some liners to put in these new gloves I really like. But a lot of people seem to say that liners aren't going to take your summer gloves and make them winter gloves. But if you guys have any a setup that works for you during the winter, I'd like to know it. Well, as always, thank you for watching Ramblin' Man Moto a Drone.